Good.
Interrupt you for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, good. This is Shannon and Anna. They're from Atlanta.
Hi.
Shannon and
John.
Anna from Atlanta. Nice to meet you.
So John actually builds the stuff that we were looking at out there in the refine,
gallery.
and he also does custom furniture. And this is a custom order for somebody, and this is the refine. This is where it happens.
This is the shop.
How many square feet?
It is about just under 3,000 square feet, I think, or 20. I have to look it up. I think it's around. It might be 2,000. The community outreach department's a little bit smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Our total office area is 3,900 square feet, and this is separate. I would say this is probably around 2,000 square feet. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I got it on the paper, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
How did you amass all this equipment?
Donations and grants. Again, on that whole capital item, getting grants. One of our grants we got was from DEQ, Department of Environmental Quality.
Okay.
We got, because we said we were going to be able to generate furniture, which was another way to get people to reuse.
Right.
We used to do custom furniture for residents, for individuals. We stopped doing that. We only do them for commercial now because the residential ones, it just doesn't pencil out.
Okay.
There's plenty of people who will build custom furniture out of used materials, so we can refer them to them. But we'll do like for new seasons, one of our local owned grocery stores, they have cafeteria type areas. We've done tables for them.
Oh, yeah.
John's working up a bid for a big architectural firm. We want to get it in environments where a lot of people will see it, and that will it's a good education piece that way. But if it's just something for somebody's kitchen, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Mostly because it just doesn't pencil out. It doesn't. It's not cost effective.
Sure.
Do you have anything you want to add?
Well, I mean, you covered it.
Did I do all right?
Yeah.
John? Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you have any questions for John?
I don't think so. I was just really curious how much space you needed, and this is not my area of expertise, but what kinds of equipment do you have?
Well, a table saw and a bandsaw and drill press are kind of like the
Core.
Yeah, the foundation of a good shop, and then a chop saw, and then in order to take the rough cut lumber that we get and plane it down, mill it down to dimensional, milled lumber we can work with furniture and make the fine joinery.
Yes.
You need a planer and a joiner, and then a good dust collection system is key when you're working with older wood and stuff with possible paint on it and stuff like that, molding.
What would you say the actual value and then the amount that you actually paid to acquire what you did buy of the equipment you've got?
What its value was and what we paid for it?
Yeah.
I have to go through our balance sheet and look. I don't know. I didn't pick all the equipment out, but I signed off on it based on what we needed for the shop. I'm not a furniture builder, so
Sure.
I'll build stuff, but just for me.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to buy my stuff, just yours, John. You're good. So anyway, but we could find that out for you.
Okay.
Yeah, we can send you our entire list of, all this is itemized because we insure it.
Right.
We can just send you that so you'll know all of our equipment we have.
That'd be great.
Yeah, Chris, who you met Beckmeyer, I call her, she's the keeper of all papers, I'm the loser of all papers. So she's a great source for getting all those detail items, and she's who I give everything to for filing and taking care of it.
Wonderful.
Not because of being a secretary, she's just she's very linear and I'm very non-linear.
Organized, yeah.
And together we make a good team.
Wonderful.
So
you had mentioned earlier that you had considered getting some equipment to do some stripping for painted wood.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I heard the whole story on it.
Well, it's a huge trailer that you can get. They're over $100,000.
Right.
You may have seen them, and they send the wood through, and it comes out the other end, and they'll paint on it.
Right. How large physically?
It's huge. It's the one I looked at. It looked like it was at least 20 feet long.
Wow.
It looked like a semi trailer,
Right.
but not as tall.
Right.
Lower profile, but it's a big unit, and you send the siding through, and it must have some kind of sandblast. Well, sandblasting would destroy the wood, but it has something in there where it strips it.
Might be like belt sanders or something.
Well, it could take siding with grooves and everything.
Oh.
It's some kind of, the wood comes out and the wood's not smooth when it comes out. So it may be some type of sandblasting.
Yeah.
Then you're stuck with all the
Yes.
issue, the
Those
mess, yeah.
Yeah.
So we've, instead of what you saw on the website, we've taken the step of let's just not mess with stuff that's chipping, flaking,
Yep.
chalking, alligatoring, and a lot of the stuff that we get, because 1979 was the turnaround date on the paint, it's been encapsulated, which is another thing for that the EPA signs off on, and I think DQ does too, as another lead safe preventative measure is to encapsulate.
Does that include the safe coat?
I
I mean, I suppose.
DQ signed off on what we do here.
Right.
Yeah, because that was one of the questions we had to answer. What are you going to do? Because we're using things that have paint on
Yeah.
them. And they were very comfortable with 3 coats
Exactly.
of the safe coat over
Yeah.
it. And we also put a warning sticker on the back that says, do not remove. This item may contain